All right, I think we should be on Facebook and YouTube now. So, hey, everybody, welcome back to our official, 5th episode now. Not actually 5th episode. We've done a few 0.5 episodes in between. But I think that's kind of how we're going to be doing things. We'll have maybe guests or like big topics, and those will be our kind of like numbered episodes. And then I think we've actually gotten quite a few requests, and we've had people talk to us and say that they've enjoyed some of the 0.5 episodes where we discuss like specific topics and stuff like that. So I think we're going to start interweaving those in a little bit more frequently too, discussing like particular beer styles or brewing setups, and maybe have people on and stuff. But yeah, we'll go into that later if we need to. But hey, today's TagaBrew Day. So we're going to have Deb and Jim from TagaBrew on here soon. Boy, they founded TagaBrew in 2014? Is that right? They basically just love craft beer, and like a lot of us enjoy traveling to different breweries and stuff like that. And I'll let them kind of explain more about how it came about and why they started it. But yeah, I can't wait to talk to them. So if it's okay with you guys, we ready to pull them in?
Just one thing before we go that far. Remember, if you're watching the stream or you join us or jump in, add your questions, comments in the comment section, and we may not get to them right as they come up, but we'll definitely sweep through and try to answer as many questions that pop up. Because I know Deb and Jim have shared this to a lot of TagaBrewers, and I'm hoping that we get some good exchange with the group tonight. So
we have a lot of our own questions too, so exactly. I'm sure we can do a good job regardless.
Awesome, let's bring them in.
All right.
So
hey,
Debi and
Jim. Hey.
Welcome.
Hi.
I'm so glad to have you guys on the show. Super cool that you joined us. So before we dive into any of the questions right now, I'm thirsty. So we're going to talk about which one, Jordan? What are we drinking?
I'm going for the Diabolical.
All right, Diabolical.
See if I can get a good
Diabolical is Debi's pick. So Debi, this is your beer. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
I'm a really big IPA. The hoppier, the better. The price, right? I'm kind of a cheap ass, so the price is right. North Peak is one of our breweries, and we only buy beer from TagaBrew breweries. So Diabolical is something I found in I think I found it at Megabeth. And I had one, I go, okay, this is my go-to beer. I'm not trying all kinds of different beers. This is like my go-to. Some of you guys go to that cheap-ass beer that you were talking about earlier there, Jason. Diabolical is mine. Okay, that's my go-to beer. Okay, just wanted to throw that out there. So
that's fine.
She called you out.
Sorry.
That's where you found this, wasn't it, Jason?
I did. I picked this up at Megabeth. Man, it's super good. Very piney, resiny, traditional IPA. Definitely better than that cheap swill shit I was drinking before the show.
It's a buck. North Peak,
That's amazing. So, all right, yeah, no, thank you. It's a good beer.
It is a good beer.
I do think this might be my first time trying Diabolical, and this is tasty.
Glad
it's almost like it's like a little bit less like hop intense than something like an all day IPA, which kind of makes it a little bit easier to drink for longer periods of time, in my opinion, probably.
And I actually think they market it that way.
Oh geez, 6.66%. Does that have to do with the name then?
And 66.
And 66.6 IBUs. Okay, I get it now. I get it.
That's great. It's Cascade and Chinook. Oh, okay. So it's Michigan Grown and Cascade and Chinook. That's awesome. I like when they put it on the cans.
Yeah.
It's great.
Like I said, we only buy beer breweries that whenever a new brewery joins up, we'll go, oh, yeah, we can get
more beer.
Yeah. We do, because we don't drink anything unless you're on the TagaBrew Trail. We promote TagaBrew brewery beer. So.
That's amazing. So getting into TagaBrew, why don't you tell us a little bit about what TagaBrew is?
Okay. Jim and I decided that we'll answer questions back and forth, because sometimes I kind of talk too much. So the next question.
Me too.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
So anyways, okay.
go.
So what is TagaBrew? TagaBrew is a copper memory tag you collect as you brewery hop. Okay. There's over 280 breweries now on the TagaBrew Trail. Over 220 are right here in Michigan. And people will travel around and they'll collect the tags. And also a lot of the breweries have the tags and the charms. So people that collect charms will collect the charms and the tag. And it creates memories of where you've been and what you've done. And it's actually became more than just this copper tag. It's actually, we've created a community. And we've probably got, I think we got about 30,000 followers. I'm not quite sure, but there's a lot of people. If you have at least TagaBrew, you know, and some of them we have. Oh, see, I'm going to tell you the whole thing right now.
Do it.
So, but anyway, but that's what it is. TagaBrew is a copper memory tag you collect as you brewery hop.
How many are on your neck there?
I don't even know. Well, let me think. I should actually find that out because this is all of Michigan, starting from 2014, and it's all the breweries that actually retired too. Okay. Something that might close down or something that had just decided to leave the TagaBrew Trail. I think there might be like 28 of those that did. So this would be the 220 plus 38, so probably about 260 on here maybe, let's say. Wow. And when I added them on from exactly where we started. So here's Rupert's house was our first one. And then as people joined the TagaBrew Trail, I just added them on because I steal them from the stock. I don't know. I just steal from inventory.
Once again, the cheapness. She doesn't buy
them. Jim buys every one of them because we always like to see our name on our receipt. We think that's pretty cool. And he buys them just to make sure they're going through the process correctly and how they're charging or where they're at. So when we TagaBrew, Jim actually purchases each of those.
That makes sense.
So, yeah. So that's it. But one that this sounds crazy, but the one that I'm the most proud of when I go through this, I think it's number 5, is Dark Horse. When Dark Horse Brewing Company, when I went to them after we started with Rupert's and then Boatyard and Gravity and Papa, and Dark Horse said they were going to join. It was so exciting, you guys. I was like, oh my gosh. I remember getting in the car and like beating my head against the car dashboard because when that's like brought you to the next level. You know what I mean? When Dark Horse said, yeah, we'll join the TagaBrew Trail. I was like, okay. And this was in 2014. They were just, first one. So that was exciting.
Yeah, that's big.
So you have some heavy followers. I'm gonna be popping up some questions on here. So Mark Foley has educated us that there are 253 in Michigan, including retired batches.
So you're getting live. Okay. Yeah. He's the guy that does the app for us. So he's
okay. He's in the know.
He's even good with math too.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark.
Awesome.
He does help me out too all the time because I screw up all the time. I don't know what we do without Mark. Mark has just been. We met Mark. Mark actually, we were at Final Gravity at their anniversary party, and Mark contacted us. I'm not sure what year that was, and he said, "Hey, my name is Mark Foley. Can I come meet you guys?" We're like, "Sure." And he drove all the way from Livonia.
He rode his motorcycle from Livonia. But
now he's our
Final Gravity Decatur.
Oh, now he's the app man, and he does an amazing job. Our app is amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, Jeff. I don't know if you tuned in late, but he's asking what TagaBrew is. But
I think it's a joke.
Oh, Jeff, no, this is what got you. Just knock it off.
So I'm the slow one here.
Just got the TagaBrewer. Tell him to knock it off.
I think that's one of the first times we had a viewer be scolded by our guest.
You should have been here a couple weeks ago, Deb, when we got our first troll. I'm telling you.
That was an accomplishment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Watch out for Jeff. He'll come back again.
Yeah. He gets a little cocky.
Well, there's a lot of love in chat for TagaBrew right now.
So
where'd the idea for TagaBrew come up? Why the copper tags? Like why the idea in general? What's all that? Yeah.
That was a whole big long process. It all just merged and made total sense. Deb really didn't drink beer, and we went out to Idaho to see my brother. And the only places we pretty much stopped, and this was 12 years ago.
And Jim drank a lot of beer.
Yeah, I know.
We don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
So we were stopping at breweries along the way. And as everybody knows, it goes to a brewery, every one of them's unique. And the adventure to even find some of them is all part of it. But we're looking at all the people around that were in the breweries, and every one of them wanted a piece of that brewery somehow, whether it's a coaster or a business card, a logoed pint glass. And at that time, I was collecting logoed pint glasses. And we were starting to run out of room.
Yeah.
And then we went to a beer festival, and we saw people wearing pretzels and meat sticks and cheese around their neck. And we're going, you know what? These people are crazy at the beer festivals. So if you're collecting growlers, you can't go to a beer fest and show what your commitment is to the craft brew industry.
Okay.
We thought, wouldn't it be neat to be able to bring your collection with you? And I just happened to have my name stamped in a copper tag, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And I'm going, it's just neat to see your name stamped in copper. And, with the history of brewing before, they had a lot of copper in their process, as opposed to stainless now. And we thought that'd be something that'd be really neat. And so, what?
No, you're doing good. I got stuff to say too.
Okay.
Mostly
revisions, yeah.
But it went back and forth, but it all came together saying, can you show your collection, your commitment to traveling the craft breweries anywhere else? So we kind of came up with, if people are going to wear a meat stick on their neck, they could wear a copper tag. It's a lot cooler, and put a neat charm in there too. So.
And the crazy thing is exactly how we started is pretty much how we still are right now. Okay, so this chain is the exact same chain used for your military dog tag, made in the USA. So every long chain is 27 inches long, says USA on the back of it. Then just like when we started with Rupert's, it came with a 27-inch chain, came with a short chain, and your idea was go around and collect TagaBrew tags. So they had actually just a Michigan beer charm. So the first year, everybody just had a Michigan beer charm.
And when she says Michigan beer charm, she means a state of Michigan charm and a beer bottle charm.
Okay, and so then that was hooked onto this. So our idea is for people to just do this. And then I got this bright idea, the paw to do these cute little paws.
Yep.
It blew up. So every brewery has their own specialized charm, and that brought TagaBrew to the next level.
Are those copper too? Usually,
yeah.
or
say that again.
Are those copper too? The charms?
No, they're usually a pewter or a silver, or
okay. They're about everything.
Yeah, they're about everything. A lot of them are made in the USA now, which is really cool. And people are going around collecting the charms and the tags and just having a great time doing it. So we did not know that this was going to turn into a real business. I'll have to be honest with you. I was married for 30 years, and my husband had passed away with cancer. So when I met Jim, he's younger than me. So when I met Jim, I thought, okay, he's younger than me. So how can we retire a little bit earlier? So that's when this idea, I thought, just because it's drinking money. So we just did it so we could go out and enjoy the craft brewery and drink.
Fund our beer travels.
And then it's like, what the hell? Then all of a sudden now it's like breweries are coming. So now it's like a real business.
So you mentioned the tags real quick, or the charms. Where do the inspiration for the charms come from? Do you let the breweries pick? Do you pick?
We work with the breweries to pick them. So what I do is I'll go and I'll research their website, I'll research their Facebook page, and then I will give them suggestions of what we could do. And then sometimes it can just be like Burger Hilltop. It's their wolf for the local school. And
local high school
mascot.
Local
high school mascot. And they sell a ton of them. Pawpaws, Two Paws. Dark Horse has got Horseshoe. Everybody's got something that could be their flagship beer. We just try to find something unique so everybody has something different.
That's pretty cool.
Right on. So Russ, Juliet asked Jim, what happened to your pint glass collection?
Okay, here's another setup here because I think we told him the answer to that. Unbeknownst to me, I come home one day. Well, it was long gone before then. Deb gave him the Goodwill.
Well, what are you going to do with all of them?
He gave him the Goodwill.
What are you supposed to do with like 50 glasses?
I mean, we worked hard for those, but if they're in the basement in a box, I guess what good are they? But I would at least like to pick out the breweries that were no longer there.
You guys, we got 10 boxes in our basement of beer cans that Jim collected when he was a kid on bikes. So what do you do with all that after a while? This is like
it's nice and it's compact, you're right, So she threw your shit out, Jim.
Do any of you guys have a beer collection?
I'm just doing my glass purge right now.
A big collection of growlers or
go ahead.
No, you Ryan.
I don't want to say it's a big collection, but I have so many beer glasses right now that, I mean, you can only drink out of so many glasses in a week, right? And
exactly. Thank you.
I'm not trying to
That's
but I do. I am. I'm purging my
glasses. And do you have a
right
place to display them?
Not enough room.
Do you have a place that? No. Once they go dark, you may as well not have them.
If I did have, just like an entire like room that had like, a shelving like underneath the top trim or something like that. Sure, glasses all everywhere, and they'll collect costumes and spider webs, and my girlfriend will yell at me. But
anyway,
that's why you collect TagaBrew. You can even wear your collection at that point.
Exactly.
I think it's the best. I mean, stickers, you stick them to something, and then you have to get rid of that thing eventually. Unless you stick like a magnet sheet, but yeah,
it really has this much to do with the tag.
Yeah,
I know it sounds crazy.
The
community that we have created, the people that we've met, like Mark and Jeff and Russ and Joanne Jones, and these people that we have met through this community is amazing. I mean, they're all people that love to be together. We have people vacation together. I know Tommy and Jade and Jeff and Steph, they all went vacationing this weekend together. I mean, these are people that one lives in Detroit, one lives in Grand Rapids. They're meeting together, they're vacationing, they're TagaBrewing together. So we're bringing like a whole community together. So tag is just the start of it. This has very little to do with it. And you cannot believe how much business we bring these breweries. These breweries will say to us, they'll go, oh my gosh, this is the best marketing that we could ever do for our business, because we bring them so much business. And we can actually guarantee that. We're going, I can guarantee you will sell out in the first week or two. You will be ordering next month and next month. And they can't believe it. And some of the breweries so it's a win-win for everybody.
It really is a great community. It's one of the main reasons I think the three of us started doing this is to engage more with the community. We're in the homebrewer community, which is an amazing community across Michigan. That includes a lot of TagaBrewers. But just to give us the chance to interact with people like you, the brewers, the homebrewers, the festival organizers, that's what we're going for, is just to get a piece of that pie. There's so many great people out there that we can hang out with. So
it's so fun.
So what about you, Jordan? Do you have a glass collection or a growler collection, or?
Kind of. I've kind of went through phases of collecting glasses, then growlers, then you can see like behind me the Oberon sign. Like I'm in my tin wall tacker phase right now. So, but yeah, that's kind of how it is. But yeah, you run out of glass space pretty quick, and I'm assuming you'll eventually run out of wall space or move on to something else. So
yeah. I got to the point where I only get glasses if I'm like at a out-of-state brewery that I'm never going to probably go to again, or I keep the glasses from like Michigan Homebrew Festival.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had to purge pint glasses too. There's too many.
Did you see that Mark is calling us out in chat? He's asking where our tags are. So yeah. I gotta yeah, right.
There's the fire back.
Yeah. No, I need to do more brewery travel, I guess. I Shane and I, we love beer, but we haven't done a whole lot of like traveling to like breweries and stuff like that. Nothing near what like you talked about David and Joanne Jones earlier, and nothing like what they do. And
have you seen that we have an app? Have you checked out our app?
No, so I didn't even know that until you mentioned that earlier.
Okay, well, if you check out the app, and people call them Tagcations, and we have an app, and on the TagaBrew app, it has all the breweries that are on the TagaBrew Trail. We have the most amazing map.
That's amazing.
That will show you where everything's at. We have two different apps. One of them is a paid app. That's because you can like check off to where you collected them. We have a TagaBrew Lite, which is a free app that shows you every brewery. The map is amazing on it, and I don't know if there's anything out there like this. So you have to check it out, and then you'll have a lot of fun getting your TagaBrew on by checking it out.
I did. I just downloaded it, so I'm gonna check it out tonight. I'm excited
cool.
now.
So I've been TagaBrewing for a while, but I only have like 35, 36 tags, and like I said, I
never say only.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Before the show, I told you guys, we have a little Christmas tree that we put out in one of our spare rooms, and we decorate it with beer memorabilia. So that for Mark, I use mine as Christmas tree ornaments and bar decorations. They're in my back room. I use them and those coasters, like Jim said. I laughed when he mentioned people taking coasters from breweries. That tree is covered in coasters and TagaBrews. And then a few years ago, Deb, I think before you had the app, you gave me a map. You actually used to have paper maps. We were at Boatyard, and I that's hanging up somewhere. Yeah. So I've got your old map somewhere.
That's cute. Yeah, that was something we tried, but yeah, that's cute. Oh, we have celebrations every year, and last year we had our celebration at Parkway Hilltop, and it was the coldest, worst weather in Michigan all year. Ice storm. We had over 250 people still show up. It was amazing. And what people bring to the show, we have an on-body display, off-body display, club membership, doing club membership. We have all kinds of trophies and prizes and everything. It's a huge event. And what people do with their tags is amazing. And people will cut metal out and then put their tags all over them. We have people that made curtains out of them. I mean, it's just, yeah. So people do have a lot of fun, making in trees, a lot of Christmas trees, a lot of just wooden trees or whatever. So yeah, so people are finding other unique ways to collect their TagaBrew tags.
I had taken all the little chains off and I put them on one big chain like you have. And then we put up the Christmas tree, and I was looking for shit to hang on the Christmas tree. And then I had to run upstairs and get all the little chains back out and put them all back on their individual chains so I could hang them around my Christmas tree.
That's good. Perfect.
Now you know what we go through in the production.
Yeah.
Do you know what we do too? It's crazy. People recycle, so they give us all this back.
Oh, the chains?
The chain. That's
cool. Yeah.
So we actually get some of the product back. And we recycle it back again. How can that happen?
That's awesome. You're right. That is really cool.
That kind of leads me in. So I'm curious, how do you guys make the TagaBrews?
They hand stamp them all themselves.
Right now we have a gentleman out of Ohio that stamps their tags for us. Okay, so every time we order for our brewery, we order like 300 at a time. And they're always copper. We only allow breweries to have copper tags. Do a special edition, it will be brass. Only breweries, and you have to be in TagaBrew, you have to brew a beer, and you have to have open tap room. Those are our restrictions. And we print the tags, or we have a guy in Ohio that prints the tags. So I order them, and they come. Our whole house is TagaBrew. I mean, literally, our whole house, every room is TagaBrew. The whole basement is all TagaBrew, and everybody's got their own little bin. And then we order the charms and we put them together. Jim builds the display racks and we ship everything out of our basement.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you guys built all the display racks and stuff yourself too. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jim, he makes all the display racks.
This was a ground up thing. And until last August, we finally got in over our heads and had partner up with a good guy to keep us out of trouble.
That's not a bad thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's really cool.
Yeah, we have a third partner.
Growth, right?
Which I'll introduce you to. We're actually at his house because I didn't know if my computer was going to work in Gobles. So we'll introduce you. But then we also brought in our first employee too to help us because we were working 12 hours a day. We live in a lake. We could see the lake. We could see the lake out there. We're going, oh
Never get to it.
So
I thought you guys said you were trying to
Well,
retire, and here you are working 12 hours a week.
I know it. Like, what the
That was the
hell?
whole idea.
Yeah.
Travel to breweries, and then all of a sudden you're stuck at home producing this.
But it's not. But it's a great problem to have. We're not complaining at all.
So I'm going to pop this up because I am just now finishing. So Steve, we were drinking Deb's Choice, which was Diabolical from North Peaks.
I just
I'm
finished
dry
mine
now.
too, so yeah, I'm
I'm
pouring
parched,
my
so-
Centennial.
So now we're gonna dig into some of Jim's Choice, which is Centennial, like Brian just tried to show. And our stupid
I'm still
little-
working on the Diabolical here.
Jordan, you got to catch up.
Come on,
man.
Dad.
I know.
Right. So I know it sounds silly to ask you, but Jim, tell us about Centennial.
Not that.
Well, no, you guys are beer experts. We don't know anything. We can't rate them true to style or anything like that. So it's a very simple process with me. If I like it, I'll drink it.
That's
And
taste
I
good,
have
drink
I have about a beer every other month is my go-to stock.
Mhm.
You know, just an easy drinking, and the price point is always a consideration.
Yep.
And then I have 6-packs that I rotate in, you know, of other stuff. But right now, the Centennial is my stock one at home.
I always tell people that if they like something, they're not wrong. Like the way you taste something is not incorrect, right? Like
Right.
everybody tastes things differently, and it's just like I don't like tomatoes and mushrooms, and
You're wrong, Brian.
yeah,
Yeah, he is wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah. No, Centennial. I mean, it's a well-known founders beer, and they're on the TagaBrew Trail now. That's awesome.
What's
No,
their
that
charm?
was exciting.
What's their charm?
They actually have a station wagon with a canoe on it. That looks
Oh, like all day.
like the all
Yes,
day.
exactly.
Ah,
that's
cool.
The image of the all day IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. When founders called us to join the TagaBrew Trail, I'll never forget it. I think it was last summer or the summer before. And I was in the house, and some marketing director from the United States, because they're everywhere. And she goes, "Hi, my name is whatever," and she goes, "We'd like to join the TagaBrew Trail." I went, "Where are you from?" She goes, "Founders." She goes, "We'd like to join the TagaBrew Trail." Like, okay. It's like you're just so excited because you're thinking, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Don't screw it up, Debbie. Don't screw it up." And yeah, and so that was a real huge asset to us because now that we're nationwide, that represents us everywhere.
What,
Pretty
so
cool.
nationwide, how many states?
How many states, Mike? Are we in? 10 states. We have Florida. We actually are in Key West. So that's
That's cool.
you could go.
Not exactly nationwide, but we're out of the state now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Is that your goal?
Yeah, when
Are
I
you
started
nationwide?
this, when Debbie and I started this, we were just focused on
Michigan.
staying in Michigan. Then we had enough interest out of state, the beer community, then word gets around. And when you have somebody from Key West, Florida call you and say they want to be on the trail, it's like,
Okay.
why not?
And the
Guess
thing
we're
that's
coming
cool
down,
about and the thing that's cool about that is that can also be used as a souvenir. So their charm, it's called First Flight Brewing Company, and so they have an airplane and they have a Florida one. So they will not only TagaBrewers literally will go to Florida just to get their TagaBrew on. So we will bring people just to that, go to Key West because they want to win, they want to get that TagaBrew, they want to be exclusive, then they also, and they sell quite a bit in Key West. I'm pretty impressed. And but they also will use it as a souvenir. So it kind of goes in two different, sense. And then Colorado's got a few of them. Oh,
I was just scrolling through the comments, and Robin Carey said she's your Indiana, Illinois rep.
she is.
She's been. I won't show the Bud Light comment, Robin. So.
She did.
You said something about drunk on Bud Light.
Oh, Robin.
Very hydrating. That's-
And the further out of Michigan, I assume like your core crew is in Michigan because that's where you started here. So like the remote locations are the the crowning achievements right now for the collectors. I'm guessing kind of like you get people coming back with like Colorado tags. No,
Oh, you're right.
I mean, like, oh yeah, I got out to Colorado for these tags. Yeah.
Yes.
It is, but we have some bunch of real fanatics, and Kurt, you know who you are first and foremost. We had to challenge these people and stay ahead of them with available tags. And so the more remote they are, the better off it is for us. It gives us time to sign up more breweries. So once we got Whiskey Point on Beaver Island, we figured we slowed a whole bunch of people's roll at that point.
Because that's the most expensive tag to get in Michigan. It costs you like $35 to get there and $35 to get back, the hotel, whatever you got to do. So we have to.
Unless you got your own boat or plane.
Yeah. So
we have 100 club memberships, 200 clubs, 300 clubs. So
I have to clarify something here. I made a mistake because there's two Robins in our chat. So Robin Carey was not slamming Bud Lights. Now I have to send. That's okay. Send her a beer to Hill of Pain. It was Robin Klesmer who was rehydrating. So I apologize.
Oh, I know who that Robin is. Okay. Hi, Robin and Robin.
My mistake. I'm sorry.
We have lots of homebrew we can send. One of these days we will probably have like things that we can send away. We'll do like a giveaway at the end of the show or something like that.
Yeah,
we always have.
awesome. Really
We'll get swag eventually. Yeah.
We're and then once COVID's over, I'm really hoping that we can take this show on the road. We're really looking forward to the Michigan Homebrew Fest, which you guys made a tag for us last year for that, and we appreciate it. And
I have mine. It's so cool.
And hoping that we can go back to Michigan Homebrew Fest again this year and do a live show from there. But yeah, someday it'd be nice to be able to meet up with people like you in an actual brewery or something and do a show instead of just remote from home.
May 2021, Pawpaw Brewing Company. I'm expecting over 500 people at the
We'll be
TagaBrew
there.
celebration.
We'll be
Okay.
there. I'll be
that'd
there.
Fun.
We'll do it.
Oh, you live like right next
That'd
to
be-
it.
I do.
That
So
would be
that used to be my bar because I could ride my bike to Pawpaw Brewing, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit harder now that they moved across town, but I can still get there. And so I'll maybe.
Drinking that cheap ass beer, and then maybe you'd have some energy to.
Oh.
That's kidding. Just kidding.
Cheers. No, maybe we'll have to come and do a special Michigan Brews from the TagaBrew from far away because you're going to be so crazy. 500 people are going to show up. It's nuts.
I mean, I'm a little nervous. It'll be fun.
It'll be text only. Yeah. You'll be able to hear us otherwise.
So Deb, what's that you talk about, and you told us earlier before you got on, you got breweries calling you now, which is amazing. And you're in all these states and everything, but what's that one big brewery that you've been dreaming of landing that you haven't yet? Is there any of them out there? Maybe we can help. Maybe we can help.
I have one goal that I'd love to have. Yingling, the oldest brewery in the United States. I'd love to have the Yingling Brewery.
That'd be
Kind of
great.
Oh,
protect-
Dang. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be. I want Yingling, and I want a billboard.
We want breweries that can put an ESP behind them. I mean, the oldest, the southernmost, biggest,
Yeah.
and the biggest, whatever. It's those are always ones that are neat.
I sent them a personal letter. They're probably thinking, "What the hell is
What-
that?"
what- So
I did though. I was sending the bigger breweries personal letters at one point, like my 2 years into it and stuff. But that would be I think that would be a cool one because
Lingling would be
then
awesome.
and we didn't get to go in because it was a Sunday. And poor Jim, I made him go 4 hours out of the way to go there. They weren't even open. But
So if
that would be my other goal.
if Anheuser-Busch called you up,
Is that a
And
craft
we're
beer?
did you say craft beer? It has to be a
Yeah,
craft beer.
I don't think it's
Is that one of the rules?
brewery.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I didn't hear that was one of the rules. I heard they had they have to brew beer and something
I
else.
don't know. You know what? That would be a good question. I'd have to. That would be a good question. I'm not even sure.
I mean,
Would we?
Lingling is
Did we?
not, or is a
Yeah,
craft
I was gonna
brewery.
ask, is Yingling is an actual.
It is. Yingling
is.
is the oldest craft brewery in America, and they are still a craft brewery. But, and I'm not, again, I said we don't bring contentious, issues up on this show, but Founders really isn't either anymore. So,
speaking of that,
well, let's just say you go to their places, you're going to get a craft beer experience.
Okay.
You like that? Don't start.
Does that work?
Does that work for you?
That works. I'm gonna drop it. All right.
Junior brought it up.
He wasn't orange. That's all I can say. So I got to jump into some other questions here real quick. Now, moving on. Where are we at, Brian? Jordan's your turn. Go.
Oh, yeah. Where are we in here? Okay. Okay, here we are. We'll start this. If you were to maybe we've covered this. I've missed one before this already, but if you started TagaBrew today, is there anything you would have done differently than when you started it previously? Like, when you actually started it?
Yeah. Stuff we probably can't say, but yeah. Yeah. All right. Wait. I think everything the concept itself. No, that TagaBrew, memory tag, collected your brew have, everything like this is perfect. We did not realize that we were told like $1 million idea. We have people from all over the states like contacting us and and wanting to get a piece of the pie and stuff. So there's things like that. Does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I might have went. So when we brought our new partner in Mike, he kind of helped us through that, and it helps us move to the next level. We're not real. Have a little bit of business sense, but not a lot. So I don't know if we would have. I'm not answering this very well, but anyways,
You're great.
No, you're fine.
The concept itself we would not change. The concept itself we would not change. TagaBrew copper memory tag, collect as your brewery hop. We would not change that at all. So
No,
let's asking Debbie. If you're up to me,
yes.
The unique charms would have stayed away, and we'd just be selling copper tags.
And we would have been, yeah.
But we wouldn't be where we are.
It sounds like they're. Jim, do you think they're a bit of pain in the ass? Is that what?
I'd like to be straight out truthful about that, but yeah, pain in the ass is pretty good.
No, they're really. When you order, you have to. You're trying to specific to each brewery. Just finding them and locating them unique. But that's what's brought us to the next level. So you can't take that away.
It really has.
Really
yeah.
cool.
And honestly, hearing Jim tell, the story about your travels and what it meant and everything like that was really cool. And I get where the tags kind of elevated that. So, or the charms.
Yeah, people love the charms. I can't take that away. People love the charms. So that's worked out well for us. It actually has been fun for people to show them off and show the new ones. And like Sister Lakes Brewing Company, went out there and did a little anniversary with them the other day, and they had the Dewey Lake Monster, and that was one of the only tags that we actually had custom made out of Arizona. It's just a real neat one because they had to have the Dewey Lake Monster, and so we did have that a little bit more unique for them, and it's pretty cool tag. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And as far as the charms go, you could ask a tag brewer that has 250 tags and charms, and you show them any one of those 250 charms, and they'll tell you what brewery they got them from. So it is
pretty cool.
It's good marketing too, kind of for the brewery, honestly. In that sense,
absolutely.
Here's the same. It looks like you got some. Steve-O, you got some return business because they bought the tags before they had the charms, so you had to go back.
And then sometimes we change the charm. If we change the charm of the brewery, they got to go back again.
Steve-O and his wife are very anxious, and they get to these breweries as soon as they brew or they open. They're maniacs. And so it's like, calm down. Wait for, because we would start a new brewery out because it takes a long time to get their specific charm. We'd start them out with the old school Michigan, the state of Michigan charm in a beer bottle.
Yep.
And Steve-O is just nuts. So he'd get there as soon as they got their delivery and it wouldn't have their specific charm.
And then he's got to go back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You should actually look at that as a marketing technique, Jim. That's
I'd like to say you
Get to go back.
Heather says they're good conversation starters too.
They are good conversation starters. A lot of times you'll go into a brewery and you have 1 or 2 TagaBrews on. You'll start talking to other people that are in the brewery. So
it makes you more approachable to somebody who is doing the same thing. Because we see people just doing a cold meet across the bar, never seen each other. They don't know who we are, and they meet each other and they start talking about their TagaBrew Trail.
I say it's a chick pickup for guys, single guys.
I like that. That totally that makes a ton of sense. Honestly, like, yeah,
Chick pickup for your tag and your charm, and you had a chick pickup.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So not to delve too much into like business details or anything like that, but like, is there one brewery that tends to like stand out above the rest when it comes to like being a destination spot for the tags? Like,
I think we have a few of them. I'm just going to talk Michigan right now. I mean, Shorts. I mean, that's huge, having Shorts Brewing Company on the TagaBrew Trail. So I think
is there a charm there, pair of shorts?
It is. It's a really
Perfect. Yeah.
It's a very clear short. So I would say that one was, and then also too, like the Whiskey Point, and then you got Dragon Mead. I mean, that's pretty cool. And then Dark Horse, and then Rogue. I don't know. I guess
as a rule of thumb, I think their distribution footprint pretty much matches
like sales and distribution and okay.
It shadows it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What's surprising too, though, like you have New Holland. They do a ton of TagaBrew. Shorts does a ton of TagaBrew. Founders does. Like Presidential was on the other day. They do a ton of TagaBrew, and I think it might have something to do with people traveling from Detroit, crossing over to go. You know what I mean? That way. So if you're in an area, like let's say if you're in the Kalamazoo area and you're not on TagaBrew, I almost feel sorry for that brewery because people are skipping them. That makes sense? And then you almost feel bad. You don't want to, make them be on it, but you feel bad for them because Presidential, they're kicking butt with TagaBrew. People are going down the highway to go maybe to Grand Rapids and TagaBrew, and they're going to pick and choose, and they're only picking TagaBrew.
We had Jake and Kaylee on a couple weeks ago, and Kaylee is like a social media goddess. So like, it's no wonder, honestly, that they're doing so well with TagaBrew. I mean, she's just on it. So
and they got a cool charm. They got the Capitol, right?
Capitol building.
Capitol building. So is their charm. So,
so there you go. If you're a Kalamazoo brewery and you're not on the TagaBrew Trail, you're losing out right now. Hit them up on their Facebook page. Give Deb a call. Maybe she'll let you in.
There's a plug. Yeah.
Oh my
God. So we touched briefly on the affiliates in the other states. And so how do you do that? Are you guys driving to Key West every time to bring on new breweries? What are you doing now that you're nationwide?
Well, we're still sorting that out, but Deb and I did get to drive to Key West.
The write-off. Sorry, had to go.
Is there a reason why
the challenges?
Why?
We have 5 breweries now in Dunedin area, and we actually have one in Brew Hub. And what's the cool one in Brew Hub? It's in Lakeland, and it's Detroit Tiger Charm. They actually called us because they had so many people. Because if you're in Michigan, you're going to Florida and you're going to watch the Tigers. Maybe not this year, but you were. And so they contacted us and said, "Hey, we would really like to be on the TagaBrew Trail," and we got them a Detroit Tiger Charm. So they sell a lot of TagaBrew because you have a lot of your, my age probably retired down there, collecting TagaBrew. And so
we are looking for enthusiastic people in other states
to sell TagaBrew. Yeah.
To hook us up, but it might not be a good reference right now, but the way I've described TagaBrew for the last 4 years, it's like a virus. The more people you get, the more breweries you get. The more breweries you get, the more people you get. And if you ever saw the map and saw how it spread, I mean, might be a bad example. Except for the
No,
brewery.
it's
This
at least
type of
relevant.
virus really works.
The
I
virus
mean,
really works.
the original infected,
Yeah.
Rupert's is dead now, so maybe it's kind of.
Well, Indiana's up TagaBrew. Oh yeah, that's true. And our next goal is Ohio. We really want to capture Ohio.
Okay.
So people
Cool.
from Michigan can go that way and be traveling on to Florida.
Yeah,
And
we got.
Rupert's is resurrecting in Muskegon.
Are they?
Really?
Yeah.
I
What's
didn't
that?
know that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I think that's a rumor.
What do you say?
I saw.
We heard
I thought-
we heard he might resurrect in Sturgis.
Oh, Rupert? Oh, yeah.
Geez. Okay.
So I saw a Facebook post that he was going to start brewing for his parents' pizza parlor in Muskegon. Yeah. I thought that
How
was
many
Muskegon.
fast beers did you have when you read that?
Sturgis. I'm being told wrong.
It is Sturgis, apparently. Okay. All
I
right.
have a drinking problem. Yeah. Okay.
Down it. Got to finish it, Jason.
Yep.
That's the yeah. Well, that wasn't very hard.
You know, we heard the same thing. We heard the same thing, Jason. We haven't
Sturgis.
heard from him, but we heard the same thing.
That'd be cool. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it was Sturgis. I don't know why I thought Muskegon. Fuck it. I don't.
Yeah, good for him.
I gotta get another beer.
You
This
know,
town will be a marijuana plant.
I did
Oh,
hear
that would be great.
I thought he was going to try to open that up in the old Rupert's building, but
No, I think Kalamazoo Township's.
well, the old Rupert's building caught on fire, so we won't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything
I
he
mean,
tried to do, the township kind of
Going back to diabolical, Deb.
Yeah. You have two.
Oh, we were just talking about Muskegon. Muskegon's got a pretty good beer scene. So, but Pigeon Hill salted caramel porter. That was going to be that was going to be my choice today, but I went with my go-to for the month.
That's what was in the
your
fridge.
go-to is fine.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
It's
IPAs are going down all right now.
This is Centennial is what I would consider to be like a like Two Hearted, sort of like a Midwest IPA. Like you drink it and it has a really heavy malt character, and then the bitterness carries through like quite a bit. Like over on the West Coast, like you just it's just all about the hops, and then over on the East Coast, it's all about the hops, but in a different way. Like it's more about the juicy characters and stuff like that, and less bitterness. And here in Michigan, I feel like in Indiana and Ohio and kind of this area, it's like it's the best of both worlds. That's why Two Hearted's like one of the best IPAs in the U.S. Is like,
Change the subject.
Yeah, they're not on the
They're not on the
okay,
trail,
I'm sorry.
Brian.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
But
I fucked up my-
Centennials
I
are
didn't know
the
that.
same type of beer.
All about TagaBrew.
Yeah. I personally don't really care for Two Hearted because it's not on the TagaBrew Trail. So,
Exactly.
So, out of curiosity, Devin, Jim, how many collectors do you guys think you have? If you had, I don't know if you have a way of tracking that, but if you had to make an estimate.
Our partner Mike thinks about 14,000. I'm going to say about 30,000.
It depends what you
on
call
what
a
you call
collector.
collecting. You collecting one or two? You have one or two? Do you have good idea. So we have a lot. Some TagaBrew of some sort. So between 14 and 30.
So is that Mike's back there? He can come on camera if he wants. But is that
Before it's over with, he's going to be introduced because
is that
he saved our lives.
That's awesome. Is that 14,000 based on like app downloads, or do you have that data?
Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Come
on, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah. You guys did a lot.
Literally over there. Oh, all right. Okay.
I'm the same with Mike. Right?
So, Mike,
we know we think we have about 14,000 just with the number of tags that we sell and how frequent we've sold them in the breweries. So we can, we kind of triangulate that number, and then we know how many people have visited the TagaBrew website every month.
Oh, right.
So we'll have on the website we'll have over 13,000 people visit, unique visitors in a 30-day period of time on the website a month. which in GoDaddy's structure is like they're like, under that category, like brewery related websites is like, their highest rated 100%, the highest rated website. So we kind of triangulate that number, but I think it's about 14,000.
That's awesome.
I think now Debbie's probably correct if you say like how many people have bought one or two. It's probably quite a bit more than that. But I think that are
like
people collect.
Yeah,
that's still a lot. Like that's amazing.
I know. Why do you think he's here?
So
Mike, we love Mike. It's all we do.
Mike, what do you do for TagaBrew? Obviously, Debbie and Jim are the beauty and the brains.
That's
the
right.
Brains and the beauty. So what do you do for TagaBrew?
I do more of the back office stuff. I mean, Debbie and Jim will say that they're not, they're not business savvy. But Debbie, I worked at Kellogg for 20 years before joining TagaBrew, and I would put Debbie up against any of the marketing people I ever worked with. So she. Like, she'll say, "Oh, I'm not very good at this stuff," but marketing. She knows, she's super smart with the brand, and that's what attracted me to join TagaBrew and Debbie and Jim, because she really knows her marketing and consumers, and if she was chasing money, she could sell TagaBrew into all kinds of different places. But she's very core. Has to be a brewery. They have to. Brew their own beer, and they have to follow certain rules that we have. They can't go sell them in their brew fests and things like that. They have to sell them in their store or in their brewery.
Because our job is to bring the brewery's business.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so
hearing that, Deb, I'm real honored to have a Brewfest tag. Thank you for doing that for us. I appreciate it.
It's a different.
Yeah.
Every brewery, let's say you had a brewery festival, and every brewery brought their tag, that would kill the business. What sense would that be? Now, our job is to bring the brewery business. They don't make that much money off the tags and the charms. They're making their money off all the beer that they're that you're putting in the
Absolutely.
food. In fact, Attitude 42 one time told me, Scott, he said, "Debbie, we make $25 for every tag we sell."
That's just from the ancillary sales. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know it was cool at Homebrew Fest last year when we put them out on our bar and told people that we had TagaBrews. It really did, and of course we're not selling beer. We're just, if you're at the Homebrew Fest, you're part of the club, and so you're getting that beer for free. But just people would come over and seek us out because they wanted that brass tag. So
that's a special edition tag.
It was.
I know.
I remember a number of people when I was bartending during a Homebrew Fest, people coming up and asking specifically for them.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't out to make money off of them, right? No, we didn't really care, and so we were just, I think, at the end, just giving them out to whoever wanted them. But if they asked for them, they got one. Absolutely. Yep. Debbie, that festival's in August again, by the way, if you don't know.
Okay.
Put us on the thing. All right, go.
Mark it on the calendar.
Order up.
Oh, we will.
Maybe we'll see TagaBrew brew tent.
We'll make you, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. You're good.
So now you see how he see what we got.
No, I appreciate it. I added him to the stream there. Deb, Jim, and Mike.
Yeah, there you go. And right now in our positions, Mike does a lot of the other states. So he has a tap program going on. So he has like Robin Carey and stuff. So they will work the other states. So our goal is to have all the other states in the United States on the TagaBrew Trail. Mike works them. We actually take care of Michigan pretty much, and then he works on the other states just because we just didn't have the time.
So that's awesome. I know we've covered a few of this. Let me look at our questions again just to keep us on track. So, we've talked about your nationwide now. I guess your ultimate goal is to be in all 50 states someday, right? That would be cool.
All 50 states, and then at some point, if it gets really crazy, maybe franchising the states off. There's a lot of work out there to still
and
to
it
do.
Could be a global thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who would have known? who would have known anyway? I mean, just to even get to where we're at, who would have known? I mean, think about it. It's just a crazy concept, and that brings the brewery's business. People having fun. Are you jealous?
I think
Just kidding.
Jason just muted. I think it's a sneeze or something.
No, I'm going to sneeze. Exactly.
But how cool would it be to like go to Germany or something to bring back like a TagaBrew from like Hacker Shore or something like that? Like,
oh man, I would have
like it'd be so fun. Like, yeah.
How fun would that be to go to Yingling, out of Pottsville, and people go there and go, "Oh, I got my TagaBrew." It's just would be a fun. Even if we just had a few in each state, it's still a destination state to do that.
Well, and I feel like just like how you started with Rupert, it's like one in every state is probably all that you need to start, and then it just, like Jim mentioned earlier, just spreads probably, right? Like somebody buys them and somebody else's friend is like, what's that copper thing that you have? And they're like, oh, it's a TagaBrew charm. And all of a sudden breweries are starting to hear about it. And yeah.
Well, it's such a simple thing. Like, I mean, not to you guys, but because you do the work, but like when people are buying it, such a small thing, such a simple token that they like, I feel like people would automatically assume that other breweries have it. So when they get one, they'll go to another brewery and be like, oh, do you guys have that TagaBrew?
And you know,
there are sales reps. Yeah.
How the struggle to keep it that simple too. Because there's all kinds of ways you can branch out on that. But are the people who just start TagaBrew or are just starting to collect, some of them assume that every brewery has them. And we would like to do that.
But what they do is they go into their favorite brewery and go, why aren't you on the TagaBrew Trail?
Yeah, exactly.
So, so what are they called? Our ambassadors. So we have like thousands and thousands of ambassadors because they're all selling for us. Yep. And then it just keeps going.
Because they want another tag.
They want another tag. They want them to be on it. Why would you not be on it? So.
Yeah, Mike's saying why not Canada, right? is that this is a site set.
Knock it off, Mike. Knock it off, Mike.
I mean, they're right across.
We were
going
to ask the same thing too. Yeah.
Right. They're right there. Why aren't you doing it? What's
Sky's the limit.
Right up in the Sioux, that'd be an easy step, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I really was going to sneeze.
I have one thing to say. You know how we're from this area, all of us?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where most of our TagaBrews are from in Michigan?
No.
You would think this is where we live. This is where this whole side, the east side.
East side.
Tons of TagaBrews. Tons.
Huh.
So we go, every year we shout out to who? Who is that?
The Fraser Group.
It's a group of TagaBrews.
They're nuts out there.
So every year we go to Homebrew Fest, which is on the east side, and I started going to Homebrew Fest, which is a festival of Michigan homebrewers, and a lot of them have started breweries, but I started going I think 6 or 7 years ago, and I was the only guy from the west side to go over. I came back and I tried to get my club to go, and I failed a couple of years, and then I finally got into Keepers, and then I just started forcing them to go, and now. Now, last year we went to Michigan Homebrew Fest. I'm hoping some of the Homebrew Festers are watching, but we were, I think, one of the largest clubs as far as population going. But you're right. The east side of the state has such a vibrant beer brewery scene, and the homebrew. There's, here on the west side, you got, Kalamazoo has a couple, and Grand Rapids got one, and there's one in Dowagiac and South County just starting. But over on the east side, there's 20, 25, homebrew clubs. All just down in that Detroit area. So such a much bigger beer scene on the east side of the state than on the west side. Absolutely.
And I feel like we
didn't realize that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree, Deb. Yeah.
And Dragon Meat, like when Dragon Meat joined TagaBrew, Jennifer, who runs Dragon Meat, I mean, that was huge for us. And they've been so good to us. They sell so many TagaBrew, and they just can't believe that we're still sending them people. You'd think since 2014, it would slow down. It's not slowing down. We're just gaining. It's a virus. We're gaining more and more TagaBrews. It's not slowing down at all.
People are turning 21 every year, right?
There you go.
Yeah. And honestly, the young crowd's really into that. I
I
mean,
was going to say we're struggling a little to reach the younger crowd right now.
Just start
really? Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's here we go again. We're gonna sound cheap, but I think it's a lot cheaper for the younger crowd to go get a deal on a beer at a bar as opposed to going to a craft brewery.
That's fair. Okay.
And I think there's a bridge there that the whole industry needs to cross right there and get those people involved. And I think it's almost a natural thing though. Once they have a real tasty beer and they go, oh wait a minute,
We're getting more and more younger crowd on TagaBrew. Every year we're
Yep.
gaining, so that's been kind of fun.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. So let's see. We have I know you have the 100 and the 200, and then I was on your website and saw the 300 tag collectors, and I think it's Kurt, right? I've seen him in the comments. There he is.
Yeah.
Turns out, what did he say? Turns out people like to drink.
Right there.
So what do you get? What do you get for being that 100, 200, 300, 400?
You get to be on the Wall of Fame. You get to be on the Wall of Fame. What more do you need? No.
You don't.
Started at 100 club, 200, 300 club, now 400 club membership is because I felt that there was we did have somebody at one point say, what do you get at the end of it? It's like, I never thought of that. But then we had so many people and thought, okay, so it's basically, it used to be an autographed certificate, and then we just kept growing so big and big and big. So now is what it is. It's a Pandora-like charm. We have a tag that's printed out, TagaBrew 100 Club membership. And yeah, so we just basically do that when they're on the 100 Club, they get on the Wall of Fame and they get this little gift pack, I should say, in the mail. So it's been kind of fun. So if you look on the website, you'll see the 100 Club, 200 Club, and 300 Club memberships. And it just shows people, and we have them sign up all the time. And it's just, yeah, that's all it is.
Is there like a special tag in that gift?
Yes,
Oh,
it's a brass tag. In fact, I think the 300 one says, can you believe I did this? Something like that. Yeah. So there's one. What does it say, Kurt? Kurt would know. But it's 100, 200, 300. And and they say the 100 Club on it, 200 Club, but it is brass. That's called, that's involved in the special edition tag, just like they would get at your festival.
So
because only breweries have a copper tag.
The more initiated, like uninitiated, like myself, how do you? Is there like proof requirements for like the 100, 200? Like you just.
No, people are pretty proud that
that's kind of what I figured. Yeah.
I think your TagaBrews, your diehards, they won't even let anybody else pick them up a tag. They have to go into the brewery.
I've heard that. That's great. That's so cool.
Because you want to do the whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the tag.
That's what it's about.
It's about the tag.
God, I love it.
I saw that. I went here. I did this. I visited the brewery. And we have TagaBrews that say, since I told them I was on TagaBrew, they get a whole freaking tour and they get, free beer. I mean, there's a lot of cool things that comes with just being a TagaBrew, member.
So I was
my tag collection. If I didn't go there, I don't have it on my collection. She's got every one of them.
Yeah.
But if I didn't go there and have a beer and experience it, I don't collect it either. And I think that's the way most TagaBrewers do it.
So I don't know if Joanne's listening, but I know that I had went to Tecumseh. I can't even say it now. I'm like, you definitely. Tecumseh. I went to Tecumseh, and I either missed the fact that they had tags or they were out of tags. I can't remember. She was going up there to drink or on a visit, and I think she offered to get me one. And this is where I'm drunk, so I can't remember if she actually did or didn't. But I thought that same thing ran through my head is I went there, so I should be okay.
You're okay.
One, right?
You're in Tequamanon?
Tequamanon, yeah. Tequamanon Falls
okay.
is the only state park that has a brewery in it, and they're on the TagaBrew Trail.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Yeah. I'm going back there in like 4 weeks. So I mean, we're going up to kayak the Pictured Rocks, and I'm sure we'll probably swing through Tequamanon.
Go to that new brewery. What is it? By George in Munising.
Oh, really? I'll hit it.
I'll have to. I didn't know Munising had its own brewery now.
Yeah.
And then when you go there, go to the other one in Munising that's not on the trail yet, and tell them to get on it.
Which one's
There we
that?
I can't remember.
Don't
the
say
name.
their name.
I can't remember.
Okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to even keep up with like what breweries are opening and whatnot right now. Like, do you guys have a system for that? Like, you obviously have to market to those guys. So how does that work?
For the Corona, you mean how they're opening?
We're just figuring out who's opening.
I told you they call us.
That's awesome.
The first 3 years we were on top of that. We used the Michigan Beer Guide as our Bible, and that went away. So now we're hoping people use our TagaBrew app and our website as their beer guide to find these places.
Mark does a really good job keeping the app up. So a lot of people actually do use it. They actually kind of replace that, Where did he go? Did he get sick?
No, he just had a bounce for a second. He'll be right back. He's getting more beer or something. I don't know the details. I can't say. It's a secret. Maybe he's getting his TagaBrew collection.
All right, I shouldn't have noticed that.
No, it's fine. So Jason's going to come back in a sec, and I want to surprise him with the subject that we're talking about. And the very last thing that we had to talk about had to do with Survivor. So rumor has it that you've been trying to get onto the show for quite a few years now.
I know it. Isn't that sad?
It's not sad. It's so cool.
You guys have no idea. I was so excited. I thought for sure I was going to get in the show. And so I started trying out. It's got to be like 18 years maybe, I think I tried out. So I tried out and I literally have been slid down in the snow, fish. Did all kinds of crazy stuff.
Like on video?
So then I had a professional one done. And I still didn't get on. I have been called 3 times. And the one time, I think it's all politics. I don't think they're just going to.
What's the process of trying out for Survivor?
Yeah.
Never even.
Politics is who you know. Politics is who you know. Like if somebody, like the producer, you only pick you guys 24 people.
So Debbie, I mean this in the nicest way possible, but you seem like a very low drama person. And I feel like that's the opposite of what they want for these shows sometimes. You seem so chill and friendly.
You should watch her Survivor videos, man. She's intense.
I will say somebody earlier on said that they've seen Debbie dance on a bar top, and I think that sounds pretty. I'm trying to find the comments.
It could be low drama, but it's high energy, and she's dynamic in the way she operates.
You do seem you strike me as high energy for sure. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Are you still doing it? Are you still doing videos? Are you still trying?
Still doing it. We're still doing it.
Can we vote?
So I don't know anybody, but I work. Actually, Brian and I work with a bunch of people in California. I'm going to start asking everybody I know if they know anybody in Survivor.
Oh yeah, we'll find a contact. Yeah.
I'm going to find somebody, Deb.
You know what, you guys? It was so much fun just trying out. My grandkids, I'd say, just think when Grandma Debbie, we have 5 grandchildren. So when the grandkids knew that Grandma Debbie was going to be on Survivor, I was already autographing at their school. I had it all going on. Well, you saw it, Jason, that one where all the grandkids.
Yes. Yeah.
That's Grandma Debbie.
Same one you ate the bug, right? It's the same one. Yeah.
Oh, what bug did you eat?
What bug? What?
Details.
Dude, you guys go on YouTube. Deb's all of her tryout videos are on YouTube.
Jason's done all the stalking for this episode.
Is that part of the requirement? Do you have to post the tryout videos on YouTube?
I will find them right now. Hold on, we'll be posting some Deb videos.
We can do it live on stream, Deb, if you're comfortable.
Throw it up.
Okay, let me throw this one out there. When I met her, she already had a bunch of these tryout videos that she was showing me. And
was this like a first date thing? Like,
not quite.
Yeah.
But
had a boat.
She was more embarrassed about the time she was on stage on the Oprah show.
Wait, I missed that. I did not find that.
There's some good info.
that's something you go back and look for too. That's a funny one, but she was more embarrassed about that than she was.
Oh, that was so sad.
I said no. Don't show some of those Survivor videos, please.
I'm really trying to find the videos now. But Deb, tell us about your Oprah visit.
Oh my God. You guys, that was all right. First of all, I started a business years ago too. I owned Party Perfect. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Party Perfect in Kalamazoo area. And me and my girlfriend created that in 1987. We owned it for 10 years as a party supply store. Did really well with it. Ended up on West Main and Drake, sold it. Anyways, during that time period, back in those days, Oprah was in Chicago. So in those days, you got your girlfriends, you went to the Oprah show. You got the free tickets, you went to the Oprah show. So 4 girlfriends and I got in the car, we go to the Oprah show. We get to we spent the night before, we get up in the morning, we go to the Oprah show. When we get there, it's the Dynasty crew was on, I think, or whatever it was. And then do you remember that Texas cheerleading scandal? You guys are all so young. There was a Texas cheerleading scandal back in the days. Remember that kind of anybody? One cheerleading man tried to kill the other one?
Yes.
I don't.
I was. Thank you, Brian, because.
Okay.
Sorry.
So anyway, I'm going to do it real quick. So one lady tried to kill the other mom or whatever. So and the producer comes out and says, "Hey, is any mom out here just like a regular mom? Is not a pushy stage mom?" And you know me. Yeah, I'm not. So they pick like 30 women. They all show up, tell their story. Asked me to come back to do the show. They sent a limousine to my house that night. I could tell you the crazy story, but limousine went, my girlfriend went, my kids went. They put us in the lobby in the hotel, gave me a whole bunch of money for food. Oprah picked me up in the morning in this big old white limo. And I get there and I meet her, and then I look at the producer. I go, "What do you want me to do?" This debate against those people that are pushy stage moms. I got it. So I talked the whole time for an hour. Our business, Party Perfect, grew like 35% because everybody thought they thought that I was going to bring Oprah to Michigan. It was great. Anyway. So I get myself in messes. I don't know why. I don't care about this little girl that won 250 trophies in beauty pageants. Now I'm debating against her mom on live TV for an hour.
That's amazing.
I know, it's not sad. Very sad.
Let me see what I can do. So I've got Deb up. Here we go. She's doing her Survivor takes. I've linked it in Michigan Brews. I can't find the bug eating clip for some reason. I'm failing.
Oh, that's not the good one.
I know. I'm trying to go back. Like, which one? Is it this one?
Hold on. I'm on a bike. Oh, to the right.
The right. This one.
Try that one. Hold on.
Can you share the audio?
I don't think that's it either. No, that's not it either. It's
I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, no, we haven't done.
I know which one you're talking
We're
about.
out in Colorado when she ate the bug.
Yeah, but there's one with me and my daughter waking up in the morning.
Yeah, I think I found it on your Facebook. I don't see it on the YouTube, but yeah, Debbie, I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna talk to everybody I know out there. I'm gonna find somebody that knows Jeff Probst. God damn it.
Are you gonna run TagaBrew while I'm gone? Are you gonna help Jim and Mike?
No. Just be honest.
Could you imagine? Would TagaBrew get bigger or?
Oh, I'm sure it would get bigger. Every time you get like a personal diary on Survivor, you got to be like TagaBrew. I mean, national advertising.
You can bring them with you, right? And just like wear your like chain.
I think
that would be like a.
I mean, you could sharpen some of them into like arrow tips, right?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
You need to make a flint and steel one so you can start fire with a damn.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
All right, knock it off, you guys. You're getting out of control now.
Dude, I love Survivor, and I when I saw that you were trying out, that just tickled me.
I watched it last time though because they brought all those stupid people back again. Like,
give Debbie a chance.
No, I'm done with it. I'm done.
Don't be done.
No.
Keep trying. Don't give up.
Old you guys, it's gonna get ugly after a while. I mean, I'm sure I'm not gonna look that. It's not gonna work after a while.
You're what, like 40? I mean, come on.
40, 42.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Oh.
Kids graduated in 95 and 96. Think about it real quick.
Nah.
So what's next for TagaBrew?
I don't
What do you
believe
guys? What's big on the horizon? Anything new?
Mike's not right over there looking at us, I'll tell you. So
You got fans. You got fans who want you to do it.
Yeah.
You got some MAGA fans.
Seriously, you make a video, you post it to Facebook, and you share it and submit it, and then all of your TagaBrew people send emails to what's the studio that produces Survivor these days? Is it
CBS.
CBS? Yeah, just have CBS get like flooded with emails. You're guaranteed.
Talking about Zerg rushing
Oh,
the producers.
Yeah.
all right, go back to that question again. Go back to that question. What's next for TagaBrew? Just to continue to grow. We're still enjoying it. Him and I, as our goal is for us, as we in the next few years, is to maybe have the fulfillment out of our basement. Somebody do the fulfillment. I can't picture him and I ever being out of it. We will still be involved. I just have met way too many friends, and it's just too much fun. But maybe somebody else do the fulfillment. I don't know how to get rid of that yet because all my brewers are like my friends. I think at some point I gotta I gotta figure that out. Yeah, because it's gonna have to. Mike's trying to work with us on online ordering, not me like saying, "Hey Sue, do you need anything?" It's gotta get more. Does that make sense? After you get like 1,000 breweries, you can't be like, "Hey Sue, what do you need?" It's gonna have
no
to
doubt.
So we're working towards that, and with Mike being with us, he's working us towards him and I maybe traveling around the United States and starting up TagaBrew breweries. Somebody else doing the fulfillment. That's our goal. We would always be involved with TagaBrew. We'd always get like a part of it, and we would just start up breweries around the United States. How fun would that be?
Oh,
It's a tax write-off.
So
I
now,
gotta go
there you go.
write it off.
all right, now let me see. Okay, I'm learning. I'm educating myself. I can share. How do I share audio? Don't show me this tips again. Share the screen. Debi Brew.
Oh, what are you looking at?
I want to share audio for this. There she is. There she goes. Get it, Deb. Off the ground, even.
Did you know that was there ahead of time? You just like find the bug. Okay.
I didn't know that was available, but that's the scary part about the internet.
That's great. Glad I can find that. I try to do my research. I stumbled
great
across
job,
that,
Jason.
and-
Yeah.
I know, but sometimes it's not pretty. Some of the things I've done. So hopefully,
No, that's really cool. No, that's super cool.
That is awesome.
Jason, you want to do more research? Look into that Oprah episode. Though.
I totally missed the Oprah thing. I couldn't. I never saw that at all.
Yeah, don't look at it. It's sad. It's very sad. Very sad. I have those puppy sleeves on. They put me in a green room and they like comb my hair like I'm the mom. I'm supposed to be the mom, not like the. Yeah, don't look at it. It's sad.
Right on. So, man, it's been great hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to cut anything off, Brian. But
Brian.
I think I run, you, because last week, we got done with the Ed, and I was like, great, show's over, cool. And I killed the show, and Brian was like, no, I was going to talk about all this other shit. So I don't want to do that this week.
I talked about it before I even brought you guys in, so Jason couldn't do that to me this week. So we're good.
So we're still learning. For those that are watching, this is only our 5th official show, and we're still trying to figure out what we're doing here and what our thing is. But man, being able to bring great people like you guys on to help us, I mean, you guys are really giving us everything here. I think in the last week we've doubled our likes, we've doubled our views.
But really, it's just fun. Like literally, I look forward to Monday night every week because, like, I just like talking to people. Like I don't know, and drinking beer. Maybe it's just drinking beer. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are killing it. No, you're doing a good job. Congratulations.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight.
It's fun for us to share what we do. I mean, we like telling our story. Not too many people ask that, so we appreciate you asking us what our story is. So
no, it's a great story. I want to take a look through comments real quick to make sure we haven't missed any questions. But if anybody's got any questions for Deb and Jim or Mike or anybody in the TagaBrew family, let us know.
In the meantime, though, I mean, if so, we've had 3-4 breweries on right now, and various other people. This has been like the most viewers and the most questions, the most comments we've had on any show. You guys have more following, have a bigger following than like most breweries that we've talked to so far. So,
But you have to remember, though, we represent all those breweries.
Sure.
Does that make sense? So
yeah, absolutely.
Every brewery that's on the TagaBrew Trail, we represent that. So they're all kind of chiming in, on that all together. So it's, because I will say it every day. My goal is to bring the breweries business. That's my goal, to find more TagaBrewers out there. How can I find more TagaBrewers to bring the breweries business? That's my main objective.
That's actually a great question for you, Deb. Is so we've started, right? We've started pegging the brewers that we know, Trevor, the Losies, Ed. I appreciate all of them. Who do you think we should ping for the next show? You got anybody that you think is somebody that might be willing to come on, or somebody that we should reach out to?
Yeah. Contact Jennifer Dragon Mead. Contact Jeff over at Big Lake. You need some people from the east side too. You're right now so far. You just been up here, so
So our near future plans are we're going to do a homebrew presidents episode that's going to include presidents from the east side, along with David Jones from our club. And then we're also looking to do an episode on the Michigan Homebrew Festival, which is all East Side people, and how they came up with the festival, how they founded the festival. So I'm getting into a little bit of advertisement now. That's what's coming.
That's okay.
But absolutely, we've reached out to I know a couple of other breweries, and we definitely need to expand in the East Side. So Dragon Mead would be great. I think we'll send them a note this week.
Yep,
it's on our list, right? Jennifer, okay.
And we'll keep working on getting you some more followers, and then you'll have more clout.
Yeah.
And everybody will want to be on your show.
Yeah.
They'll be calling you and begging you.
We're just trying to fulfill our dream of drinking on camera with other people. So
now that doesn't add up to me that if you make a record of you drinking, that doesn't sound like a good thing. It never has done for me.
It's only one night a week, Jim.
Jason,
that's all we do.
What's that, Deb?
Rusted Spokes.
Rusted Spokes.
Rusted Spokes.
That would get you up in that area too.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Rusted Spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've actually got a list of all the breweries in Michigan we're going to start hitting out. I mean, we want to expand. It's not just breweries. It's home brewers. It's people that enjoy beer. People that love beer. We want to. It's the community, like you said earlier. This community is an amazing, great community. But we're definitely going to start reaching out to East Side and Northern, and try to get some of those other Michigan breweries to join us here on Michigan Brewers.
It will happen.
It's a good virus.
It is a good virus.
If everybody went to craft breweries, the world would be a better place.
That's right.
100%.
That's right. So after we wrap up here, we're going to go drinking on Kalamazoo Bar, which Brian has a link ready to go. I know he does. I'm just going to talk through it. You do.
Of course I do.
So for those of you that are listening, this is a virtual bar. It's a Zoom. If you've got a camera and a microphone, you can come and join us and hang out and drink with us. I'm hoping you guys can join us. If you can, cool. If you can't, I understand. But we'll be on there for a little while. It's an open room where we can all talk to each other instead of just listening to the 4 or 5 of us talk. I can count. I'm with it. So Brian just posted the link in the comments, kalamazoo.bar, and you can get on and join us talk. The next week is going to be a 0.5 episode where the 3 of us are going to talk about something cool. We don't know what yet.
We're so prepared.
That's part of you.
Oh, what's that, Deb?
Just tell about you. I love to hear people's stories. No, seriously, just tell about you.
Jason, you shouldn't have a problem talking about yourself. I think that's a good idea.
Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate it, buddy.
And just to let you know, we probably won't be joining the next thing because we're at Mike's house.
Oh, you're at Mike's.
Yeah, no,
Right.
it's fine.
I love you guys.
He's
Thank
evicting
you.
us.
Yeah, I'm live.
I need to be in my pajamas by 9.
No, I'm not in the bar yet.
Jason,
I
you're
don't-
muted.
He's talking to somebody
damn it.
else.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were
no.
unmuted when you were talking to Amy, I think. When you muted yourself to talk to us.
That's fantastic. Whatever. Yes, I'm still in the show. No, I'm not in the bar.
Soon.
So yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Are we off the hook yet?
You are off the
All right,
hook.
we'll
I
let
think
you guys off.
we are officially
Thank you,
done.
guys.
I was giving Brian the opportunity to close.
Thank
No,
you.
thank you for sharing it with us, you guys.
Love you, TagaBrew. Love you, TagaBrewers.
See you guys.
All
Thank
right.
you, TagaBrews, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye,
Take
thank
it easy.